Hey everybody, it's me, Nisi. I just saw Millennial's best video, and Millennial, mwah, absolutely amazing. You have a green thumb. I have a garden, which I'm going to do an extensive video over that, but I'm going to pick it up and show you on camera what it looks like right now. I do need to go over there and do some trimming and some decluttering of some of my plants. So I'm just going to hold this up really quick. We're getting ready to install another one. So I'm going to show you. This is my indoor hydroponic garden. You can see, okay, not all of these have plants in it right here, if you can see. I have covers on them. I lost some of my crop. Millennial, if you see this video, this is what I'm talking about. This is a heated diffuser. I don't have it on right now, but I pour water in it from here to here, and it's heated. And so the plants prefer a warmer, humid environment. That's what I was talking about with your plants. In lieu of a heat lamp, you can do that too. So you can do a heat lamp or a small wattage light bulb or a heated diffuser. And I actually got that idea from the garden staff, okay? One of those gardens retails for about $1,000. If you don't have it, you can buy a refurbished one. I think as low as like 400 bucks, okay? But I've had mine for a couple of years, and I've made some faux pas mistakes with this. So I'm telling you that once you get it growing the way you want, it produces wonderful. I mean, you know, lettuce, tomatoes, peppers, onions, things like that. So yes, you can grow with that plant. We're going to do a second one, and I have a microgreen stand garden over here too next to it. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So Jemima, not paid promoter or anything like that, been using them since 2019, okay? And I purchased what's called these seed pods right here. So in this one, I'm gonna just do a harvest or do a planting with you right now. So let's just go here. Let's just do this. Let me pick one that I know that this is my favorite, wasabi. This is kale, and this is wasabi. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I have these grow trays right here, okay? And let me rinse these out again really quick. I thought I had washed them out pretty good, and I just wanna make sure that, you see my everyday dose behind me on my counter, been drinking my coffee. And I just wanna make sure that these are good to go before I install another seed packet. Let me just rinse out these trays really good. I thought I did wash them, but they've been sitting up because I haven't planted anything in a minute, right? So now I'm getting ready to plant this harvest. Today is December the 2nd, and within 7 days, I'm gonna have microgreens, and I'm gonna show you when I'm putting it in my pho or my salads, what it looks like. And you can grow this at home, you guys. This is pretty economical. I think I spent like 200 bucks on a box, but yeah. And it stores well in a cool, damp, dry place. All right, so now, okay, so what I've done is, these are the trays, the grow trays that they come in. You can get them in ceramic white, you can get them in this plastic, and you can also get it in this bamboo, which is what I have right here, okay? This tray that I have is for onions or garlic, right? So you place the garlic bulbs inside here, the stalks, and you place a coconut grow mat inside here as well. And for the sake of me showing you, I have some onions right here. White onions, sweet onions, or no? No, these are white onions, not sweet. No, I take that back. These are sweet onions. I saved the stem from the onions themselves, and I'm gonna stick them in this grow mat right here, and we're gonna start to grow on camera. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So, grow tray's clean. Got my Jemima packet. It says open here on the package. Can you see? Open here. We're gonna open it, and I'm gonna show you. This is the best to making salads, sandwiches, putting it in soups. I love it. And it doesn't take very much at all to grow. Now, you can buy a ton of these grow mats and then just do your own. But for the sake of me showing you on camera, I already have these. So I have a little card. That's what it looks like with the seeds inside. I'm gonna place it inside the tray here on camera. And I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see. it says fill to the line. I don't know if you can see that. It says fill to the line on camera. So you're gonna set the tray down in here. I usually do either distilled water or spring water. I have a gallon from Kroger's right here, see? And I'm gonna pour it on camera up to the fill line. And this is it. All right, it's up to the fill line. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, excuse me, some of my bean sprouts, which I'm going to show you how to do those on camera too as well. I'm going to take my hands and I'm just going to press firmly and make sure that the seed packet has absorbed all of the water, right? I'm going to turn it over one good time and get it soaking. And it tells you in the instructions, you just need to make sure that it all gets firmly wet on the inside. Like all these seeds need to get wet. Okay, and I'm just gonna pour just a little bit on top again because it's up to that line. And this is all the water that you're gonna need to add. You might need to add just a little bit more, but typically I don't. So it is up to the fill line and that's it. So the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk it over here and I'm gonna show you where I have it set up at. Just follow me. Okay, you see my tray. And you see my little garden. And here's where it sits. Check it out. It's my grow tray. Can you see it? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays here that I can do with microgreens, or I can do 5 trays, 5 shells of microgreens, bean sprouts, garlic, onions, and microgreens, okay? So I can have a fresh stock, and this takes about 6 to 7 days for it to grow, where you can harvest and you can eat. The thing about that is I don't really plant a lot, especially if I know I'm not going to be home or I'm not going to utilize the crop. So I really try to plant it when I know that I'm going to eat it. I don't want to waste, is what I'm saying. I don't have a little grow tray holder, which is what I'm going to get next. They have these little cute little wooden card holders that you can buy, but I just sit it here on top of my shelf. And so this is what it looks like. So there, within 7 days, I will have microgreens to go with my salads back here that I can eat, okay? So let's try one more. And then I'm gonna show you what I do with my bean sprouts. Next up, that was wasabi. This next one is kale. Let me see what else I got in here. Clover seed, that's earthy. It's kale, more kale. Super salad. This is good too. The super salad mix, one of my favorites. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this and let me just rinse this out again because I'm very paranoid about making sure that I clean these trays because they do get like a coconut brown residue at the bottom of them. And I know I took a sponge and cleaned them, but apparently I didn't do such a great job of cleaning them. So I'm just gonna run my hands along that and then make sure that I've gotten that residue out of there, right? All right, so now I'm ready. So same thing. I'm gonna open up the seed packet. I'm like a kid at Christmas. You can see how I open stuff up, right? I just tear shit up. All right, and so here's my little card so I know what I'm growing. Here's the seed packet, dropping it in, right? And I'm gonna fill it up to the line. All right, and then I'm gonna press firmly so that it's submerged in water. You can see me doing it on camera. Let me see if I can scoot back a little bit. So I'm just holding it down with my nails. And then this is it. This is all it takes. And then, you know, some people like to put their stuff in front of the light. I have a lot of natural light in here, and also I have that Gardyn that stays on 13 hours a day. That's really super bright. It comes on like 6:30 in the morning. This is like my alarm clock. So make sure I soak these seeds really well. Get them wet. Okay. which I see the puffiness. My chihuahua's sitting there. Mimi's looking. Look, you guys. Look. I'm going to show you me. Me. Say hi. Hi, Mimi. Say hi. Can you say hi to everybody on camera? Huh, Mama? Can you say hi? She's a spoiled mess. Oh, man. She's a spoiled mess. All right. So that's it. So tray number 2. I'm going to take my card over. I'll be right back. Hold, please. Hold, please. I'm coming, you guys. Okay, I'm coming. Thanks for holding. All right, now these are just basic grow mats, right? Basic grow mats, and so is this. This is a coconut mat. Those are refills. So I'm gonna take this coconut mat that I got right here, and I know for a fact I'm gonna be going to the grocery a little bit later on, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna rinse this out, the second tray over here. It's the same type of tray, right, that we just used, but it has a wooden casing around it, so it's a nicer, it's more aesthetically pleasing, right? I don't care about aesthetics. It's only me and my husband here and my kids, so no, I don't have any visitors or people come over my house like that. I'm really weird about the energy that, you know, I let people come over, and I don't just let anybody come over to my space. I know it sounds weird, but I'm highly reactive to certain things, and so I have to be careful about who I let in my space, if that makes sense. Very protective of that. Coconut mat, nothing in it. So again, I'm gonna fill this with water to the line. So I'm gonna absorb the mat, right? Mat's gonna be absorbed. And this is where you grow your own onions and your own garlic, right? Garlic cloves. You propagate onions and garlic. So I'm gonna put this on here. Set this in here like this. Set it down in here. Can you see on camera? So it's sitting in here like that. All right. And this is where you would take and put your garlic or your onions. So I'm just gonna rinse this off because it's been sitting up on the shelf for a minute. It's been a minute since I used it. It's been a couple months. Place this on top. And then, like I showed you, I propagated some onions. So I'm just gonna stick the onions down in here in these holes like this. And what's gonna happen is gonna take root. It's actually gonna take root, and it's actually gonna start growing. And then it's gonna sprout up. And it doesn't take very long. It only takes a couple of days for this to work. So I know when I go in the store later, I'm gonna get some more green onions. There's a different type. These are white onions right here, okay? No, these are sweet onions. These are these right here. Hold on. So I cut the tops off of these, right? And I stuck it in water, and then they grow. This grows off of it, and this is the product of this. So instead of me going to the store every single time, I can start growing my own, right? And when these are done, I can still take the bulbs, stick them in water, and regrow them, right? So that's what I mean by that. So these are sweet onions that I have. These are sweet onions, and I know that I'm gonna be going into the store a little bit later. I'm gonna pick up a prescription. So I am going to pick up some green onions, and I'm gonna propagate both sweet and green onions in this tray, in this grow tray. And then this is what it looks like. So the only thing I need to do is sit it over there on the shelf, which I'm gonna go walk over and do that. Hold please, I'll be right back. I'm coming back, you guys. Just give me a second. All right. So we accomplished something today. So I showed you how to plant the microgreens and also how to propagate onions, right? Now, last thing, bean sprouts. These are monk beans. What I typically do with these, and this is what it looks like after 6 days, the sprouts, where you can cut up in your soups. I'm just gonna take a small handful because I need to soak them. So, not very many. I'm talking a small crop. Okay, I'm gonna show you. You see it on the camera, right? So I'm gonna take these beans, like this, and I'm going to let them soak with water. Okay, and then what you do is once you let them soak, you spread the seeds evenly out. You don't drain them. Well, you do drain them, and then you rinse thoroughly and you drain. And then you want to put them in a cool place for about 3 to 6 hours. And what I do from there is I have these little things that I put in here, and I set the seeds down in here, and then I rinse them off once a day. Okay, once a day, and you keep them in darkness. So the sleeve concept is for you to keep the beans in a dark, cool place, which they are. And you keep the sleeve on top of it once you let it soak, okay? And then you put the beans in here and you rinse them off once a day. And you will have beans within six days, bean sprouts within 6 days. And I'm having a challenge on camera getting this. I do not want to drop this thing because I do not want to have to order another one. So anyway, this is what it looks like. Come on, camera. So once I let the bean sprouts soak, I'm going to put them in this jar, and then I'm going to set them on this stand, and then I'm going to let them grow. And basically, this stand is literally, used for me growing the bean sprouts. Now, what I know I need to do is I need to be more cognizant of the fact, once I let these grow, then I need to make sure that I clean this stand really good, because it doesn't look like I cleaned it the last time that I used it, the last couple of months ago. Because I don't do this all the time, you guys, sorry. I don't do the microgreens or the bean sprouts all the time because I've been doing a lot more smoothies and stuff. I do eat solid food. It's just I have a hard time digesting the food. A lot of stomach issues. So I have to be cognizant of the stuff that I eat, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just rinsing this tray out. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to show you what it looks like after me washing it, because there's a residue on it here, right? I washed the jars, and I thought I had washed this tray, but apparently I didn't do a great job of it. So I'm going to show you, because I don't want any contamination or anything like that. So check this out. So this is a tray. It's been washed. Here's the stand that it sits on, right? Sorry. Goes like this. And the beans sit down inside of it, right? The tray. So I'm going to wipe this off with a paper towel. And then once these monk beans finish soaking, I'm going to put them inside the jar. And I'm just going to show you over the next couple of days, when I rinse it off, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And this is fairly simple for anyone to do. I mean, a third grader could do this one. This is really easy. It's just, and this is a source of you having food and you having your own resources at your own house that you don't have to go out and purchase all the time. So once I let these beans soak, I'm going to put them in this jar, and then this, perpetuates, it's supposed to be darkness, and I'm just going to let it sit. I'm going to let it sit down in this, and it's going to be mounted like so, like that, right? And it's going to be in the tray. And so what I'll do every single day, I'll set an alarm at a certain time where I come over, and this is a screen in here, right? And I'm just going to gently rinse the monk beans inside this. I'm not going to take them out until I know that they've harvested, until they sprouted. And so I'm just going to sit it here and let it grow, right? And it takes about 6 days, maybe a week, maybe just shy of a week, right? And then this is what it looks like. And so you can constantly have bean sprouts growing, right? So I have to let these sit or soak for a little bit, and then I'll come back and probably in the next day and just show you I'm rinsing them off, and I'll let you see on camera what they look like, right? And I mean, pretty much it doesn't take very long for them to grow. So anyway, I just wanted to share those little things with you. And Millennial was an inspiration. I know this is 1024 actually. And I need to do better about my eating. I will get on this kick, you guys. I'm not even gonna lie on camera. I'll be honest with you, because I know my big brother Cheever was watching. I will do good for a little while. I'll do good for about a week or two, and then I'll fall off. So I need to have consistency. So in 2024, the end of 1024 and the beginning of 1025, I really want to be consistent about my diet and exercise. I'm doing what's called a 30-day challenge, 30 minutes of workout for 30 days straight. So 30 minutes, I'm gonna do spinning or either walking. Mimi and Mojo at night when my husband gets home in the afternoon, we'll go for a 30-minute walk and come back. But as long as I'm doing movement for 30 minutes, just as a minimum each day, that's where my goal is. That's my actual goal, is to get up and move 30 minutes every single day. And with the type of job that I have had in the past and what I'm going to be having now in a few days, I sit for 12 to 14 hours a day. And so it's not good for me to continually sit because I had surgery on my knee and my ankle. And so my meniscus tear. So I do have to work my knee. I do have to exercise. I have to get that in. So spin class for me for 30 minutes, or I'm going to walk the dogs for 30 minutes. So if you guys want to join me in a 30-minute, 30-day challenge, please, by all means, let me know in the comments. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. And I hope this has been beneficial, and I hope it's been, I hope it's been beneficial. Typically what I do with these seeds, I'm gonna tell you, I let them sit out overnight, or I let them soak overnight so they can get good and saturated. And then I'll put them in the jar and then put them up on the stand over there. So let's walk over here and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna take a look, let you see what it looks like right now. But keep in mind, I don't have all of the stands filled with microgreens. I only did 2 plus the onions. So this is what it looks like, right? So the bean sprouts will go up top, up here on the top shelf. Got my onions, and I've got my 2 microgreens down here, if you can see. And I have a third tray down there, which I don't think I'm gonna put anything in it. I'm just gonna leave it how it is for right now. The bottom shelf, I typically do have books or something, but since I ordered another bookshelf in the office, so I pulled all my books in there. Also, I want to show you one last thing before I get off here. I propagated some more plants in my garden, and I actually do have another microgreens garden. I prefer Hermima, right? But I can tell you that Gardyn has a microgreens garden too. So this is a little plant nursery, and this is where you propagate your little plants, right? So they're still kind of wet, so I need to make sure. But see, so this is the little plant nursery. I don't have anything on my burrito peppers yet, and these are burrito peppers. These are my jalapenos. See, it's sprouting. Got my cherry tomatoes here. And then this is banana peppers. So I've got 2 burrito. I got jalapeno, banana peppers, barrio peppers, and red cherry tomatoes, right? So in the other garden, once I put that together, once it arrives here and I put it together, I'm gonna show you guys. I'll probably do pictures of it and show you us putting it together and sitting it up side by side by this one. So the idea is for us to have one garden full of lettuce and the others full of cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and onions on the second garden. And then of course my microgreens garden that I just showed you, and bean sprouts. And then outside, we're gonna do a raised garden bed. So we've got a lot of projects to get done in the house. And so once we cut the trees, because that's pretty expensive, we got some big trees, we have to bring in more dirt, right? We did 10 trucks already, and we're gonna have to bring in another 20 to 25 dump trucks of loads of dirt. And then once we do that, cut the trees, level the yard out, we've got to pour some concrete, then we're gonna close up the back. And then that's when I'll do my raised garden bed. So hopefully in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we'll have the raised beds. I already picked them out. I know where I'm gonna buy them from and how they're gonna ship them to me. But just having everything laid out. I don't have the chicken coop yet. I haven't purchased it. I am going to have 6 hens. And so I'm trying to figure out which hens I'm going to purchase, like what color eggs they throw, and, the best way to, have the little baby chicks and stuff like that. So I have a lot of researching that I'm still doing on that, but I will definitely show you that when I get the chicken coop up and when it arrives and when we install it and what it's going to look like. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me.